Tres.
God, who in thy wisdom and goodness has appointed the offices of rulers and parliament for the welfare of society and just government of men. We beseech thee to behold with thy abundant favor us thy servants, whom thou hast been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this land. Treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those interests thou hast committed to our charge. Amen.
Correction and approval of records of votes and proceedings. The sitting of Wednesday, 14th May 2025.
Honorable members, the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 14th May 2025 is before us for correction and approval. Can any honorable member please move that the said record of votes and proceedings be considered and approved? Honorable Member for Opanyoni.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, I rise to move that the records of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sittings of Wednesday, 14th of May 2025 be considered for correction and approval. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Opanyoni. Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable Member for Lower Badigo.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion.
Honorable Member for Lower Badigo. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 14th May 2025 be considered and approved. Honorable members, I think we all have copies of the said record of votes and proceedings. And as usual, we will look through it page by page to be followed by your comments and observations. Beginning with page 1. Honorable members, we now move to page 2. All right, honorable members, page 3. All right, honorable members, we move to page 4. Honorable members, we now move to page 5. Honorable Member for Sani Mentoring.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Yesterday, we set up a precedent by using either AM or PM instead of using o'clock, where you have at 2 minutes after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think we've already discussed, we've dealt with this yesterday, that we can set up a precedent, because I can vividly remember asking which one we would be using, either the PM, AM, or o'clock. So, but we've already set a precedent that we can change it. We can have better ones, good ones, but when we have better ones, we can either change it. So we've already set the AM or PM. So but instead we're using the o'clock here. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, for presidencies, if they are not good, we could change. But here they have, I think you are referring to suspension and resumption of the assembly, order 13, huh? They have 2 o'clock in the afternoon in wards and 14:02 p.m. You want us to use one. Honorable members, have you seen it? Your comments? She is saying that yesterday we agreed that to remove all these ambiguities, we used, as the member for Serekunda West proposed, we used the PM and the AM. Here today they have both written in the afternoon and then 14:02 p.m. We leave it as it is. Okay? Any more on page 5? We now move to page 6. Thank you very much, honorable members. I think I must thank the table office. It has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Wednesday, 14th May 2022 be approved without amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, may we proceed?
Motion. Pursuant to Order 96.2 of the Standing Orders, be it resolved that this August Assembly do consider and adopt the report of the Committee of Selection, nominating membership to the Special Select Committee inquiry into all matters relating to the sale and disposal of the assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry, into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, offices as regards their dealings with former President Yaya AJJ Jammeh and connected matters, by Honorable Bile G. Tunkara, member of the Committee of Selection.
Thank you, honorable members. I now call upon Honorable Bile G. Tunkara, member of the Committee of Selection, Majority Leader and member for Kantora, to table this motion.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Good morning to all the members here in presence. Honorable Speaker, reports of the Committee of Selection on nomination of the membership to the Special Select Committee established to inquire into all matters relating to the sales and disposals of the assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, offices as regard to their dealing with former President Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh and connected matters. Honorable Speaker, I rise to move for the consideration and approval of this August Assembly, the nominated membership to the Special Select Committee of the National Assembly established to inquire into all matters relating to the sales and disposal of the asset identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, offices, as regards to their dealing with former President Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh and connected matters. Honorable Speaker, the nominations were made in accordance with Standing Orders 95 and 96 of our Standing Orders of the National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, attention may be drawn to this August Assembly that the Standing Orders give the Committee of Selection the mandate to nominate membership to committees as provided for the Standing Order 96. Accordingly, the Committee of Selection, having convened on Thursday, 15 May 2025, considered and resolved to nominate the following members to constitute the Special Select Committee as follows. 1. Honorable Abdullahi Sise as chairperson. 2. Honorable Madi M.K. Sise as vice chairperson. 3. Honorable Swaibu Ture, member. Honorable Kebalang Fofana, member. Honorable Omar Jammeh, member. Honorable Sharif Sar, member. And Honorable Alhaji Mbo, member. The powers and responsibility. Honorable Speaker, the August Assembly is humbly reminded of the powers and mandate of the committee as prescribed in Section 109, Subclause 2 of the 1997 Constitution, Order 97 of the Standing Orders of the National Assembly, as well as the motion establishing the committee. Methodology. The committee used the following methodology. 1, the background. 2, political pluralism based on the majority and the minority divide. And lastly, as much as possible, general representation. Furthermore, the committee was also guided and supported by the Office of the Clerk during the process. On that note, I wish to kindly refer honorable members of the aforementioned list being the proposed nomination to the Special Select Committee. Honorable Speaker, I therefore respectfully submit for the kind consideration and approval of this Assembly of the said nomination by the Committee of Selection. I hereby beg to move.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Kantora, Majority Leader and Member of the Committee of Selection. Honorable members, any seconder to the motion? Honorable Member for Sabak Sanyar.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I want to thank, first I wish to second the motion and take part in the debate. To thank the Committee of Selection for the time they have taken to come up with this list. But, Honorable Speaker, I have some reservation as far as this list is concerned. According to the methodology, the committee used the following methodology. 1, background. 2, political pluralism based on the majority and minority divide. And 3, gender representation. But if you look at the list here, it's like the women are not represented in this list. And I think that needs to be put into consideration. Hence, the methodology used mentioned gender representation. For it to be fair, because according to the motion that was raised yesterday by the Honorable Majority Leader, he said one of the committee's responsibility is to investigate the properties owned or seized by the Commission and the soul of the Jammeh's properties and his associates. Jammeh had a spouse, and some of the materials and equipments of the spouses were also sold, and I don't think the men could be able to determine those materials. So therefore, I think the gender representation here is very important for us to have women to be part of the committee. Political pluralism based on the majority and minority divide. I think this is something that we need to look at. Because if you look at this list, I don't think the selection was done based on that. Look at the majority caucus and you look at the minority caucus of the parliament. And then you compare it to what we are given here. I don't think it is fair enough, and I hereby reject this list. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question. It has been moved and seconded that this Honorable Assembly do consider the report of the Committee of Selection nominating membership to the Special Select Committee inquiry into all matters relating to the sale and disposal of the assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, and offices as regards their dealings with former President Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh and connected matters. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, any honorable member who may now want to take part may do so. I have with me a list of members who want to take the floor. I now call upon the honorable member for Central Badibu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the Selection Committee for coming up with this proposal. Honorable Speaker, the first observation has been highlighted by a member of Sabah Sanjal, the gender participation. The list is so gender biased. At least we need women representation. So at the end of the day, we can come up with submissions or suggestions to see to it that women are represented in the group. Secondly, the chairperson of the committee. The chairperson of the committee is a member of NPP, the government of the day. And this investigation and inquiry is on the current government. So he cannot serve as a chairperson of this committee. There will be a conflict of interest at the end of the day, and we don't want this investigation to be micromanaged or to be really effective. So we need somebody who is not conflicted to be the chairperson of the committee. Now coming to the seventh person, the seventh nominated person, who is no other than Honorable Member of Lower Salu. Upper Salu is a member who is fully engaged nationally and internationally. This committee needs focus, and it needs members who will have time to work on it. So he is part of the international delegation called Pan-African Parliament, and is the chair of West African Caucus, the whole of West Africa. He is attending a lot of international meetings. So I therefore recommend him to be replaced with a member from Nyamina Dankuku as party representation. Honorable Speaker, coming to the terms and references. The terms and references should be part of this motion as well, because the committee, that's what the committee is going to use as a guideline, as a tool. So I don't see it here. So I don't know whether it was an omission, but I would recommend, if needs be, to be part of this motion. So, but if yesterday's motion can take care of it, fine. But the TOR should be really, look at, and this is what the committee needs to follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Central Badibu. I now invite the Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabiji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor.
and I thank the selection committee for taking their time to give us these names. Honorable Speaker, when Parliament sat over to revise this standing order, and they categorize their committees into standing, select, and special committee, what was passing in the mind of Parliament at the time, in selecting special committee, you need to look at special skills, and you need to look at key competence. Honorable Speaker, the National Assembly Select Committee for this particular exercise is not about newspaper editorials, or it's not about false publication. This is frankly about assets, buildings. We need a key competence who knows building structural integrity, building envelopes, and building systems. Now, I'm not blaming the select committee, I'm blaming my party specifically. My party have the key competence in this National Assembly to be in this committee, but they refuse to take the key competence and select somebody who has no key competence in buildings. I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I work for the World Bank as a consultant. You cannot have key competence with structures as far as I'm concerned in this National Assembly. And I'm not, as I said, I'm not blaming the select committee. I'm blaming my own party for not recognizing their key competence in the National Assembly. That is very unfortunate, Honorable Speaker. Now, if you look at their selection criteria, Honorable Speaker, they say a background. Background about what? When you are selecting the committee, you in your own methodology, you say background. I'm not talking about political, but when you say background, which background? Background in what? Let's answer the question. Background in what? We are coming to deal with properties. We need an engineer in this committee. And I don't want to be a judge in my own court. I'm so embarrassed to be a judge in my own court, but I have to speak this. But can you explain to us what background? Background in what? What key competence background are you talking about here? Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabiji. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Kansala.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I go straight to the Select Committee and their work that they have done on the 15th. Honorable Speaker, I believe that this is not a proper list that we've been waiting for. In terms of the selection who be the chair, we all know the coalition 2016 when they came. The Terry Kafo group that had joined to make a change. And in so doing, if you are setting up a committee that will look at issues that had affected what we are today, I think in all honesty, the leadership zone should be removed immediately. That is one. I am putting this suggestion that Honorable Swaibu Ture be the chairperson of this committee. We have to be ready to break the rock that has already been set with barricades towards this wanted commission. The reason why I say so is if we put people who are conflicted, brothers, a father and a son are in this. So if the father is the leader, the son follows. Do you think we'll be able to regulate this compound? It becomes a problem. This is a compound, and we need seriousness in this. Who do we select to lead this? So therefore, Swaibu, to my part, I nominate him to be the chair. Secondly, also, I think the committee should only stop at 1 and 2. Forget about 3. If you put us and say gender, and no gender is specified, I think you should delete this and make the sleeping dog to lie. Because what I believe also, if gender is also as important as it is, I can tell you for free, a lot has happened in this commission. A former head of state's mom, we all know traditionally, both Christians and Muslims, if your mom dies, the wealth of your mom, you inherit it. A power of attorney was given. They rejected to give the money to the son, that is the former president. So as what Honorable said of Sabah Sanjal, I believe agenda could also pursue this and said, why was the money of the mom rejected? We want to know. So I believe if we are in total agreement, we want a female to be a rep in this committee, or else agree to delete number 3 being gender. My last contribution is this. If you know an aeroplane is it a donkey cart or a horse cart, please exonerate yourself from this committee. Currently, we are on a committee of this petroleum. A total number of a joint committee, you only have few that are attending. We want to see faces that are ready to build and transform and regularize the corruption and put accountability checks and balances in this. So please, Honorable Speaker, I am submitting that if you know, before we mention your name, please just voluntarily excuse yourself. I therefore submit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Fonyi Kansala. Honorable members, we must also note the scope of the motion moved. The motion was moved yesterday, and the motion has a scope. I said it yesterday, Parliament as an oversight institution can at any time come out to investigate anything of public concern. But we cannot take everything of concern and put it, because it's a concern now, and put it all into one distinct, especially when this one is specific. Let's be mindful of that. Our investigations into public concerns is not limited to this motion tabled yesterday. You can at any time do it. So let's not overburden what is there. These are specific and related to the committee, the commission of inquiries into the assets and disposal of the former presidents. Let's note that, please. Honorable Member for Bakau.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. And let me take this opportunity to give my opinion on the composition of the selection. Honorable Speaker, having gone through the composition of the selection, my first observation is about the gender. Gender. You talk about the methodology used, the background, the political pluralization, and the gender representation. But the gentlemen. So we are yet to see a female member. On that, as chairperson of the committee, of which he is serving here as deputy majority leader on the side of the ruling party. So he is going to be investigating the members of the ruling party as well. In my observation, I believe he should excuse himself as being as chairperson of the committee. And I've seen some when sessions of such nature begins, it will be tense. There will be no chance for them. And I believe part in these international meetings will create time to attend these committee meetings. On that few observations, Honorable Speaker, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Bakau. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. For my observation, to start with the chair, selected as the chair. I don't know how we came up with such a selection. I am against it today, tomorrow, and forever. And looking at it, for my suggestion, I want Honorable Suebu Ture to become the chair, and Honorable Keba Lamfofona to become the vice chair, and the rest can be members. And we have honesty. For my evaluation, I want to talk about is those that are every day flying, and your name should not be here. Because we're talking about reality. And here, as Honorable Speaker, as I'm speaking to you, we want to know that they may have issues within the country. But if you know that within 2 weeks or 2 months, you are going to take an aeroplane to other parts of the world, then want committee to not to sit because of someone somewhere else have traveled, and we could this performance that we are going to look at. Allah Baraka.
Honorable Member Fofoni Bintang. But Honorable, the dictum is disagree with people but respect opinions. When you talk to express your opinion, which probably to others is not correct, but they should respect it. So when you speak, respect opinions. You cannot tell people, I don't know where you got. Just like if somebody stands up and says, I don't know what you said, where you got it from. Just respect opinions and come out with solutions and your own version of the story. Honorable Member for Sanimentary.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. There are a few observations that I've done with regards to the selection list. But then the observations that I have done with the selection, first, of course, so I've already talked about the gender representation. It is not gender balance at all. Don't we have women in this parliament? Right as men in this parliament? And don't we have women in this country whom we, the women and men, are representing? I think this is not fair to the women of this parliament. We have all right to represent our people equally as men are representing their people in this parliament. So when we are doing such things on committee, next time, let them look into that. And based on that alone. And the second thing is, Honorable Speaker, we are not here for party, we are here as of various constituencies in this country. We have 53 elected represented the country. They have all right, we have right. But Honorable Speaker, we have 4 members from the same party and 3 others from different parties here. And we are representing people of this country. So this is what I have observed, and it is my opinion. Honorable Speaker, some busy ECOWAS is. Yes, we do all fly to attend sessions externally. But then, because we want Honorable Fatcham just to be a representative of this special committee, person will be here, have time for him or herself to do the needful. She's your friend, or he's your friend, or you want her. Give the job, give the work to the person who can do it, but don't give the work to your friend. We need, but not friendship representation. Honorable Speaker, I just want to know from the layer of the motion or this thing. If there is any other background, special background that one might have, which others might not have in this parliament. We all came from somewhere. We all Specifically, what background have you implemented here in selecting this list? The committee used to the following methodology. The methodology that you've used, which background is part of, and which I've already dealt with. But then the political pluralism, based on, as I said, politically, because we've seen a lot more, I don't want to name any party, we've seen the majority of a particular party. So it is a camp which is more considered in having said, based on the gender representation alone, I hereby reject this list. To this. And Honorable Speaker, the standing order as well. Yes, based on the party selection in the standing order. No party selection.
Point of order.
Honorable Member for Serekunda.
Yeah, Chair. Is that's clause 96, membership of committees.
A point of order.
I just want to clarify here. As per the standing orders, members of the Special Select Committee, just to set the record straight so that we don't misinform the gallery here. That's 96.3, except as provided in Standing Order 111, Committee of Selection. Every committee shall be constituted so far as is possible to ensure that the balance of parties in the Assembly is reflected therein. Thank you.
Point of order sustained. You know, the standing order provides Committee of Selection to take note of parties in the Assembly. And two, the list that is given, Abdullahi Sise is NPP, Madi K. Sise is UDP, Suaibu Ture is DOI, Keba Lang Fofana is independent, is nominated, Honorable Omar Jammeh is independent, Honorable Sirif Sar is APRC. Honorable Al-Hajimbo is NRP. So let's get the facts and then make the statements. Can you continue, Honorable Member for Sani Mentor?
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for clarifying this point. But then, anyway, I don't think I'll talk about that anymore, but we all know how politics goes about in this country. And we all know how we are representing in this country, in this parliament. So when you talk about the standing order, doing the, for the selection committee, observing the partisan or the parliament. But then, as I said, the gender representation, being the chairperson of this particular committee, special committee. Reasons why they come up with this list to be the special committee selected. Thank you very much. I beg to take my seat.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Sani Mentreng. I now invite the Honorable Member for Talending Kunjab.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I couldn't agree more with the suggestions or opinions raised here. First and foremost, with regards to the chairmanship. And I think it should be in the interest of the majority caucus to recuse in the commission and all these findings and the situation, how it has unfolded. It's shrouded malpractices. Now, to show your commitment to the adherence of that somebody that is not affiliated with government to head this committee. And I don't think correspondence even before the committee does. Will you be able to extend to bring to the fore? But it's a very complicated job for you and your area. It's going to put you in. We don't know. Anything can be there. So how would you find your position, yourself mentioned? Concrete evidence against him. So it's not against you. I like you. I love you. Recuse yourself from this. So that Swaibu might be the most apt person in the list to chair this based on his firm understanding of you are still there. So let's identify somebody outside for this chairmanship. Now, there's no problem with that, but he has a kick, and it's very valid. I have no obstruction. Yes, so that tells you. Now, my problem with the people that are traveling, but I think honorable member for Dankunku. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But he has to be there because he raised the alarm, blew the whistle. Any more, I can trust him more than anybody mentioned in this committee. Dankunku, yes. Because when he raised it, no one, I believe he should be, Nyamene Dankunku should be in this committee. Now, Joshua, what I want to add is, all the members, if you want to show this country that we are a serious committee and give it the seriousness it deserves, because you know, no, even your national engagements, because we've allowed that even during sessions they can sit. That shows the importance it has. The other committee, this is where you are needed. Country now, so they should be ready to sacrifice whatever privileges this committee. If any member cannot do that, you tell us. We remove you, please. Thank you very much.
Invite the honorable member for Tumanna.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and good morning to you all. I will also go straight to the issue of gender, because definitely speaking, restricted themselves at that point by mentioning it as their method of selection. So if you mention that as your mode of selection and you come and neglect it and come out with a committee without a female, so please consider gender issue there. Appeal again to the committee to please consider the concerns speakers that they have mentioned. We know each other here. Repeat them. What I will do is to appeal to the committees to please consider.
Thank you, honorable member for Tumanna. I now invite the honorable member for.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when a competent neighbor speaks, you have a little to say. And for the records, Honorable Speaker, like I said yesterday, and I still stand by it, this special committee cannot be chaired by a member from the government party, but instead a member from the opposition party, part of the methodology of the documents shared with us, because you cannot include as part of your methodology rather, to members to be part of the select committee, and one of it has to do with gender representation, and we are not seeing any, like you are telling us that there is no competent woman in this parliament, which is very unfortunate. And I will not take, so in that regards, for reference, I can remember when the selection committees that has to do with the friendship group between Gambia and France. And I stood up here. I really appreciate the nomination, but unfortunately, I don't think I will add any value when it comes to this committee. The selection committee went back and decided to nominate me as a friendship group. So I think the same thing can happen here. The committee can go and reconsider this theme that they have selected and include
issue of the international delegation. Sometimes, they go for 20 days. So now, if Parliament is going to approve, I don't have a problem with approve. But they should cite during the sitting of this thing, if PAP comes, and that is the only basis. That is the only basis. They are staying in the committee. That's their choice. That will be their choice. I think, Honorable Speaker, this was one of the few I have. The issue, we need to look at it. If we don't look at it, we are planning to fail. The issue of gender, a woman should be there. The issue of international delegation, let them sign a commitment. If I am in the committee and PAP call or ECOWAS call, I have to stay. That must be there.
Are you finished, Honorable? Nyamina Dankunku. I now invite the Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, before going further, I think the statement that you have altered is unparliamentary. Because if I do so... Honorable
member for Lower Salu, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have rejected this nomination with reasons. And if this list continues, let the citizenry expect a failure on the inquiry. You see, Honorable Speaker, we have members of parliament who were raising this issue and this alarm for last 20 years. The member for Fonyi Councillor is part of it. And he has issues. And he has knowledge about this issue. Member is not part of it. Because you might associate the person with them. No. And he is not. And he said on his contribution yesterday.
Observation. Yes. Yes, thank you very much. The member for Lower, as a caucus, as an independent caucus, I've seen if I'm part of it, it will be something else. Represent us so that we could build our arsenals and prepare when the report is laid here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the reality that we have in caucus is never shown out in this place. This is why we need sincere people in this. Because we have on our caucus is Honorable somebody alone names was there. Now you are putting our heads together. You see? Now the member of Asal might think that he has a Dankunku, and which would not.
Point of order. No, you can.
I am just giving an example. No, I'm not saying you are doing so.
Somebody.
Thank you,
Honorable member for.
Yes.
This is.
Yes, I'm raising on an order on the improper motive. There is no one in this chamber here, 29, that can actually tell what I think. Don't input anything. Okay, I'm mature enough to know how I work with my colleagues. So don't input any improper motives.
It's sustained. They don't impute something into somebody's thing.
Honorable Speaker, I'm not saying he will have the hatred. I'm just trying to.
And I think the honorable member.
Sorry about that.
What we are saying is, impute something into people's statements. That's what it is being done. You can talk about your opinion.
That they said they have met as a caucus, and the person that who was nominated knows that he was removed in the list. I mean, you understand? So, but then the members political pluralism, both the minority and the majority side. In the list that I have seen, and I'm going to tell you, Honorable Speaker, in your office, whether there was any written documents that shows that we are in a coalition. I'm going to tell you, things are wrong, we have to put it right. There's no document or letter that shows that these are alliance party in this parliament. We are all belong to the minority group. Both the APRC, PDOIS, the NRPs, we are not part of the majority group. Because there's no document that shows your office that we are the same. Yes, it's wrong. It's wrong. We have to put it right. And I'm telling you, and you produce this document for me, if there is any. So, in that case, may have no problem. I was here since 2017. May nobody distract me.
You know what people tell you. Honorable members, allow the honorable member to express himself. Please. Yes, continue, please.
Honorable Speaker, you see, we have to take this on the reality. And Honorable Speaker, inquiry that was established by the President. Yesterday, his state of address, we all feel that he feels if things were right, the young ones will not go out. And it's not right. And it's this parliament has to correct it. And if we are going to correct it, we will not get any person to. I have an example. I established an inquiry here that members were told you are going too much. And members to get the quorum. There are members who are part of that committee, they never start on that. And I was labeled as an opposition. And today I'm very proud to be an opposition. You know why? Because what I was doing, they might think that is wrong. Today they're the very person who bring an inquiry here. And we're going to support it. But also, we are going to put our eyes on it. Nobody will micromanage anybody here. The member for, the nominated member came along for, he can remain as a vice. You are in the international delegates. You cannot forgo your party and my brother. That is the hard fact. It's all of you. It's Suhaib is there. Sami is Joshua. It's better, my brother. You just voluntarily, you allow to get other members. Because the issue is,
we cannot, and this commission has to sit 7 days every day. 5 days. So if you are given that, how to call it, a session that you have to go and attend, you will go. You make this, it's only 7 members. You make the committee suffer. So I am going to nominate member for Kiang West to be part of it. Because he is not SN Brussels. He doesn't travel. And the member for Jammeh also. And, okay, he's a corrupt maker.
Please don't be talking to members.
No.
Say what you want to say. Please.
Honorable Speaker, at the end of these commissions, we want to get the reality and where the trust can come back to this parliament. Yes. Honorable Speaker, the issue is the list that I can approve for myself is member for Jammeh and Kiba Lang Fofana, nominated member. That's it. These are the members that I will approve. I have reasons. The member for Olindum is a great man, but then very soft. He cannot lead this commission. Yes, and I cannot go against him because I know there will be a driver outside that will drive him because he cannot that much, to be hard. And we need to get somebody, in this parliament who can.
Speak a point of order. Order. Honorable Speaker, point of order.
Order. Open your me.
Honorable Speaker, order 29.5. Honorable member is imputing improper motive to honorable member for Olindum by saying that he may have people outside that might remote control him, and he's soft. That's improper. Thank you.
I don't know. When I had it myself, I had a little concern, but the honorable member for Olindum is here, and if he does not feel that is true, probably he is telling, honorable, please, honorable, let me conclude, please. What I'm saying is, when I had it, I was not comfortable with it. But it's not for me to make that determination when the honorable member himself is here. So it means the honorable member, as much as I may not like it, he does not mind it. So who has the right to say to the man that it's not correct? that will be funny. That will be funny. Honorable, we can continue.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, then I withdraw, as long as he's not soft. No problem. But I'm not, to my advice, let the government not to lead this. Please, we allow the opposition ones to lead it. Because the FPAC and PEC, the reason why they are... Okay, come.
Honorable, you have to, you don't go about the same thing continuously. Yes, those that you have said is hard and hard and hard. If you have new ones to add, you add those ones. I should what?
You mean I should add the list or?
You want to add or delete, that's your choice.
Honorable Speaker,
I think you should allow me to go, please. What I'm saying here is, we need transparency and accountability in this issue. And we don't feel the majority side to lead this inquiry. We want the opposition side to lead it. And again, I want you to give me the list of the, any letter that is coming from the executive that we are in the Alliance Party that can show this party pluralism in this chamber. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Lower Salum. I now invite the Honorable Member for Sandu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First, I want to thank the selection committee for coming up with this list of persons who will lead the investigation on behalf of the Parliament.
You use the microphone properly.
Yes. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. First, I want to thank the selection committee for coming up with this list of persons to lead the investigation on behalf of the Parliament. I want to register that these are persons with impeccable character, and I agree with the list of persons here stated on this paper with me here. The observation is first the background. This investigation partial and fair for the Gambian people to know the truth. And the political pluralism, Honorable Abla Sise from the NPP, Honorable Mahdi Sise from DOI, Keba from the nominated, Honorable Omar Jah from the independent, Sirif Sar from APRC, and Alhaji Mbao. I've taken note is the leadership want to state when this commission was being instituted, all the persons, I have not seen anything that is wrong with this list. Speak, we have to align ourselves with the standing order. That should be our guiding tool. One, there's no place stated that it should not be led by the government side. And we have about the female representation. It is also not stated in the standing orders that there is it is also stated not in the standing order. It should be gender based in terms of formulation of committees, especially this one. And I think this should be our guidance. Let us be very careful not to start the damage here where we start the selection. We know all the persons on this list are of impeccable to lead this impartially and produce the results that we all desire. Thank you
very much, Honorable Member for Sandu. I now invite the Honorable Member for Lower Fladu West.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Well, I want to draw the attention of the House to the fourth line of the headings where I get the assets identified. This country is very small. When the collection 2016 took over, before that period, there were a lot of looting that we had done. And so we cannot limit ourselves. And this is an opportunity that the Parliament have to dig into these matters. I'm urging the Parliament to dig into these matters. Information is coming up. These properties were looted here in this small Gambia, and we know about this. And we want to send my decision that align myself into assets that are identified. I want to go beyond that. All the looted assets during the we know what's happened in this country. This is a small country. Yes, and also I want to refer you back to the composition. Go back to page 2 on the page 3 on the motion. He said, as far as practicable, I want us to understand that during the motion this was cleared. As far as we want to include gender, whether it is practical here in the House, we know who is who. The background that we are talking here, that background have manifested in this election. Bo is one of them. He's a lawyer by profession, and he's an expert in accounting. Nobody can doubt that. Full members, order. No. Yes. Honorable, please. His competency, the whole country know about him. His records in FPAC, his records. The selection committee have done justice. We all know Omar Jato Jammeh. He's from the call of the youth. Omar will never fail the youth. Having him in there is a. So I think the selection committee did it extremely right. Now, so Sirif Sar. We all know Sirif Sar, very competent. He's an engineer by. He understands, he evaluates. So in short, I want to tell the people that we trust these people. For those claiming travels, the minority leader, Brikama Nod, there was a session. He boycotted. He was here, he boycotted. Gambians are so much interested in this. No will take this and underestimate it. They are all committed for this tax. They are Gambians. They know what is ahead of us. The truth is, these people are competent, they are trusted, they will do it, and we want. And for that reason, I want all of you to join and bless this list. I wish I could be there, but I'm a chemist. But these people, they have their background. So I'm urging all of us to support this committee. They will do just the looted property of Jammeh that the Jammeh Commission identify. I'm urging the House to look at it. We are talking about looted. It's not about a motion. This is about looted properties of Jammeh. We will not only limit ourselves to that of the Jammeh Commission. Informations are coming. In fact, I received a letter of something in things to Guinea-Bissau. We know we're getting information. Why do we have to limit ourselves to this? When we want justice, we want the truth to reveal. And that's the youths are asking. Not only this commission set up. Who is credible to be in this committee? When was it set up? Who set up this committee? All of them. All of them are here. Today, all of them are conflicted. We are the people that are not conflicted. I should even tear that commission because I'm not conflicted. I don't understand the honorable member when he said, I am the only one not conflicted. Yeah? Okay, all right. Honorable member, thank you very much, honorable member for Lower Fladu West. Honorable member, I think in your debate we talked about this. Those things that may come up outside the scope of this investigation. I said this is a parliamentary inquiry. The people there, the members that you have put in, will listen to everything. Some things may come. But when they are making their recommendations, they will make those recommendations that they should we should look into A, B, and C, and we will go into them. It can go and on and on and on and on, but it cannot just be one of everything. I think we discussed that yesterday. So concerns will be taken on board. Thank you, Honorable Member for Lower Fuladu West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Busumbala.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I first of all thank the selection committee for providing us the names of individuals we believe to be persons of impeccable characters. Honorable Speaker, I will basically, most of the issues has been highlighted, ranging from competency about people who are selected to partake in these special selection committees inquiry. I have an issue with the chairmanship of the committee based on our own legal frameworks in existence. If you look at our own existing committees, both FPAC and PAC were given chairmanship by the opposition. The reason being that the reasoning behind this is basically on transparency and accountability. Because as a government, you need an opposition to hold government in place, accountable and transparent to the citizens. If you look at how these special committee come into being, you realize that the main objective is based on accountability and transparency. So we can align these special committees' objective with the creation of our own committees in respect to our legal framework in terms of FPAC and PAC. Having said that, most of the relevant issues has been, outspoken or spoken by various speakers here, including the gender reflection here as one of the methodologies for the selection. We haven't seen any female rep, but my attention has been drawn to our yesterday adoption paper. It is clearly stated as practicable. Or in that note, we want, even whereas it has been captured specifically at that adoption paper, we want the committee of selection to do justice by making this participation in reality, by taking that of the female rep to fill that gap. Basically, I have no objection about members that has been chosen, but my objection is restricted on the chairmanship of this important committee. Specifically, is for accountability and transparency, and we felt that you cannot be a judge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Busumbala. I now invite the Honorable Member for Lower Badibu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I believe the reason of creating or forming this committee is to unearth everything in connection to the assets of the former president. Honorable Speaker, I do not doubt the qualification of the people who are identified to be part and parcel of this committee. I believe they are men of high integrity. And I believe that the task that we are about to give them, they will do it to the best of their ability in order to serve. The question that I have on them is those who are in international bodies, delegation, whether they will be able to deliver or to meet the demands of the committee. This is the area that I have reservation on. Other than that, all of them are men with high integrity, because we know each other here. We have been here for almost 3 to 4 years now. Honorable Speaker, I agree with Honorable Opofuladu that there was no NPP at the time, but there are MPs here who serve under coalition government. But for me, those people are, of course, they should excuse, especially in the chairman's. Of course, the person identified to lead is the brother, Honorable Oliundo. It's a brother. But the fact is, I don't think if he is qualified enough, I don't think if he should. I believe Honorable Jammeh, these are the two people, in my view, who can chair this committee. Because I believe they don't have any conflict of interest when it comes to the operation of this committee. Other than that, all those who are part, they all have conflict of interest, from UDP and NPP. And Gambians are watching. Remember, we are watching work for Gambian people. And the reason why we are forming this committee as a result of pressure which has been put on us by otherwise this committee would not have been formed today. So we should be very much careful the way we're going to select people who are going to look much careful of it. Honorable Speaker, when it comes to the issue of gender, Lower Florida West, it has been clearly spelled out. Initially, I was, of course, being carried away by people who said, female men, we are not. That it has been clearly spelled out. So there is no problem with the issue of gender. All that we need is, let us identify people who will be committed to this work and come up with the truth at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Lower Badibu. I now invite the Honorable Member for Kiang West.
Honorable Speaker, he established the commission and appointed the commissioners. And the report, the white paper, when they are done, went to the president, who is currently party. On the list that we have seen names of ministers who are serving the current government. Honorable Speaker, the audit report that happened under the accounts of the current government, under the Minister of Justice, who Honorable Speaker, whether we this inquiry that we are opening here is to look at issues that governments should have done and they have not done. Because when you establish an institution, you expect to hold them accountable, to report to you. They need to update you about their operation. If that has not been done, we want to investigate onto that. Deputy Minority Leader, who is a member of the National People's Party, cannot chair that committee. Deputy Majority Leader, rather, excuse my language. For whatever reason, any analogy that you bring in, he is conflicted as being the chair. As being the chair. Chairpersons are privy to information. Most often times, when engaged, I trust him so much. We need to even borrow from the provision that allows, that dictates that the chairpersonship of the Finance and Public Accounts Committee and the Public Enterprises Committee to be chaired by opposition. Can we borrow from that idea and from that? I think each of us should have to approach this matter rationally and bipartisanshiply for us to get what we want to get. I want to assume that none of the National Assembly members have an interest in this matter or have done something that we are going to find wrong in this National Assembly matter. May fondly you people say here, public lost trust on us. We have an opportunity to restore the trust that we've lost from the public. Can we capitalize on that opportunity and do that? And of course, he is not going to have the veto power. Any decision that are going to be made is going to be based on voting. But we need to be very, very much careful. Please, for God and heaven's sake, let's this crusade that we have all started together. Honorable Speaker, having said that, I proposed Honorable Swaibu Toure as the chairperson of this committee. Honorable Swaibu PDOIS was part of the coalition government, but the move that led the change in 2016, but they were never part of the coalition government. Tell me their appointment in the coalition government. Either the minister or where, just tell me. So I think they are neutral in this matter. If somebody said APRC is not conflicted, tell me. The person's asset that we are following here was the leader of the APRC party for 22 years. And they are interested in knowing how those assets were spent. How can you tell me they are not conflicted? The neutral person here is Honorable Swaibu Toure. He's the most neutral, and I think each of us should agree that another petition here, the petition that we looked at, and he stood firm to ensure that we found resolutions, the resolutions that are even Mustafa sent to the social media. So I think he is capable enough to lead this. Honorable Speaker, let me get to the gender. Gender issue here is not a bigger problem to us. It is not in our laws to put gender. To say we should have gender. Even if it is in the motion, we have every right to remove it there if it is not provided for in the law. I can say it without any fear of contradiction. If we ask all the opposition party and the ruling party to go to the caucus and bring one member, I can swear none of you will bring women. If you will go, let's stand down for 5 minutes and ask you people to go and come back. You will never bring any woman here. None of you will bring it. That is just the fact. So what is more important and rational here is that let's allow the committee to do the work. And anybody who is traveling, let us tell you that we cannot allow people to be traveling and leaving national issues like this. National issue of this nature should allow each of you to come back from your international duties and forgo everything you were there to come and attend this extraordinary session. When we constitute to put you there, you should all forgo everything and stay and concentrate on this. Honorable Speaker, finally, I want to observe the remuneration, which is not captured. And we need to understand if this is a normal committee operation special assignment that we are giving to people, for them to concentrate on, to investigate matters where billions. Let's remunerate them. And that remuneration cannot be on the ground. It has to come on the paper. We approve it for them. That has to be done. It is important we do that. They forgo of the 3 months, having to requested the extension for that exercise for 6 months. Minister for Justice then requested for each commissioner to be $1,000. It is on the motion. I laid my hand on it. I couldn't have an opportunity to read it yesterday because of the 5 minutes of that commission. And now we are establishing another thing that should even look at whether those people that we are appointed. Otherwise, I don't want to talk about that. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Kiang. I now invite the Honorable Member for Upper Nyumi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. I also would like to join my colleagues to thank the selection committee for coming up with the list of that's supposed to serve in this special select committee. They have followed the due process. They have followed the standing order to the letter. And I have no doubt in the chairmanship of Honorable Member for Olyundum. Honorable Speaker, this particular motion was emanated from the majority camp. If people want to test whether we are sincere or not, they should allow the majority camp to care this particular special committee. And when you look at the composition, Honorable Speaker, the 4 right honorable members that are in this committee, Honorable Member for Olyundum, Honorable Member for Serekunda West, Honorable Member for Wuli East, Honorable Member for Upper Salum, in putting them in this committee. And we have no doubt in them. They will deliver to expectation. I think if you are not selected to be part of this committee, that doesn't mean that you have to discredit the work of the selection committee. You don't have to do that. And that's why I'm urging all the members of this assembly, please, let us give our support to this committee to do their job. Because they have put all the requirements in place for them to give us the result we want. For them to give us, and I believe that they will deliver to expectation. Honorable Speaker, with those to support this motion. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Upper Nyumi. I now invite the Honorable Member for Ileasa constituency.
Giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, let me first thank the selection committee for coming up with this list. Honorable Speaker, by looking at I think all parties are represented. I think it's a fair. Honorable Speaker, I think these people are competent.
and we have hope in them. And I think definitely they will do the job as expected. So as far as the selection is concerned, I have no objection. Honorable Speaker, the only objection that I have here is when you look at the methodology. Here they said gender representative. And then among the list, we don't have a female representative there. So I want the selection committee to look into that so that we can have a female representative. So definitely that will be very good. So to have a female representative there. So Honorable Speaker, concerning the chairmanship, so all what we want here is to have somebody who is trustworthy, whether to have an opposition there or to have somebody in the ruling party. All what matters is to have somebody there who is trustworthy. That's what we want. Who can do the job without fear. So I think, Honorable Speaker, in that light, definitely I support the selection committee for with this amber list. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Ileasa. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have little query on the composition of the proposed committee. Honorable Speaker, yesterday I thanked the gala, that is the youths, who came out with this investigation, I would say, because they are the one pushing us to form this committee. Honorable Speaker, anyone who knows me and observed me for the past days up to today, I'm not the same person. Why I say I'm not the same person, leadership is all about listening and observing. Maybe some people thought that the ex-president is communicating. He might be. But I got a lot of information before this thing happened. Listening to what is going on, and since this thing is raised, a lot is coming out, that the formation of this committee, sustainable peace for this country. Anyone who takes this thing to be lightly, you don't know what you are doing. What happened in this country in 2017, and years, even his whole family home has been turned to a military barracks. The formation of this committee, I'm looking at who to lead. It's about the leadership style. Sometimes when I'm even talking, I find it difficult. I even struggle to get the words because I know what I am talking about. I've seen a lot. Some people probably are not looking beyond the line. I am looking beyond the line because a lot has happened. Anyone who, even if you hate the ex-president and think that this is normal, from today I'll tell you, when you go back or when you sleep, don't start thinking about what happened. This is something that the whole world is watching. This is something that the whole Gambia is watching. This is what is going to take Gambia either to reconcile us. What happened is terrible. Since yesterday, I was struggling to get words, even to speak. I even stammer. I even realized that yesterday, if I was to be interviewed, my speech was not good. Because since this thing happened on Sunday, this is why I praise you people. People might think that I just want, probably, I'm a peaceful guy. Ask anyone who knows me. Some might think that why would I support a demonstration that was illegal? You people have come to settle something that some people don't know. We should respect you 100%. That's why yesterday I decided to say that I'm awarding you the Grandmaster of what recognition or whatever for the Gambia. We are in a dilemma. two roads at a crossroad. This committee, I trust that I'm suggesting Keba Lamfofana. I'm not even looking at whether he's NPP, whether what. I am looking at what he can do. And even Mbo, I want him to be part of the committee. I don't even have much problem here. I'm just looking at there. Even Sir, I want them to be there. But I am saying what I am knowing, what I am hearing. The list that even came to me, I am totally confused. And then yesterday when I listened to the president, 5 minutes or 3 minutes press release, it even made me more confused than before. Some people might take it to be a fun. Honorable Speaker, this committee has to be a serious committee. They should be committed, dedicated, and honesty should be one of the things. People thought that because of maybe I'm APRC, people are calling me, giving me information that I've never got before. I'm totally worried. And the list that the president have is never even mentioned by the president, neither the Jammeh committee.
Honorable,
Honorable,
give the debate a scope. We are now on the selection of these people into a committee. Within that framework, please. It's not an open debate.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. It's just emphasis that I'm making on what this committee, so what we expect the committee to do. That's why I'm making this emphasis. I might be outside the box. But I'm making this emphasis because I know what they are going to investigate. We are forming a committee that is going to investigate a commission that was established by the president that we now thought what they did was wrong. This is what is happening. This committee is going to investigate a commission that members were paid $500,000 to do a job, and then the report was submitted March 2019. Today is 6 years. It means it is today we are knowing that everything was wrong. Without this group, we would not have known it without the youth. That's why I continue to congratulate the youth. I am thinking about sustainable peace for this country. We are all here because of peace. If I tell you I'm not even the same person, let me just stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol. Honorable members, it's not only the Commission. There are participants who are not members of the Commission. There are people who might have looted who are not members of the Commission. A lot of things had happened. So it's not limited to Commission members. Thank you, Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol. I now invite the Honorable Member for Jara Central.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, I would equally join the honorable members who absolutely commended the mover of the motion, and also, by extension, I would like to thank the Committee of Selection for coming up with these nominations of humble personalities. Honorable Speaker, I would speak very differently from those who have made some objections on this nomination. Honorable Speaker, one thing I want to assure to this Honorable House is that when we are dealing with issues of national interest or public interest, we need to be very cautious. Cautious in the sense that we need not to attach it with politics. And these have derailed the efforts of most of our engagements in this House. Most often than not, Honorable Speaker, issues are being tabled here. We have honorable members of this august House will stand and try to politicize those issues. It is not going to give us any headway, Honorable Speaker, in making a final decision. This House is full of people here in the gallery. For the purpose of them being here is to listen to us as what we are going to do in this humble house. Therefore, we need to be very cautious. Why the question of saying a member of a leading political party being identified as the head of this committee shouldn't head that committee? It is not outlined in our standing orders, Honorable Speaker. Never. It is not. The only place it has been identified, Honorable Speaker, is Standing Order 96.7A and B. That is for the FPAC and the PEC committees. That those two committees can only be headed by opposition leaders. We know it. All of us here know it, Honorable Speaker. There is no member of parliament who didn't know it here. Then don't fool those people who are in the gallery. We shouldn't do that. We should be very cautious, Honorable Speaker, in the way we carry out our activities and our mandate in general. Honorable Speaker, the member for All Yundum constituency is a very wonderful person. Yes, he is NPP. Why objecting him to lead this committee, Honorable Speaker? There's no rationale, there's no justifiable rationale in that. Anyone who makes that statement among the members, there's no rationality in that, Honorable Speaker. Let us be frank, and let us not be baffled by the people who are sitting under the gallery. It shouldn't be. Going forward, Honorable Speaker, Standing Order 96.1c also have not mentioned anything like gender. In fact, in totality, in all of the standing orders, we have not anything that mentions gender when it is coming for the selection of committees. It is by practicality that sometimes we observe those issues.
Can I observe you?
No.
Point of order.
I hope your point of order is relevant.
Yes, it's relevant.
On the basis of what you wanted to observe.
On the subject matter.
No, Speaker.
Okay, go ahead.
No, sorry, Speaker.
Can we hear your point of order?
No, sorry. Before you come with this, before he come with this order, members
who gave him the floor? Who gave you the floor?
Please. Before I take any other thing, I have to take the point of order. Point of order. Yes, may I hear you?
No.
Honorable, before any other thing is the point of order.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Honorable, please.
Honorable Speaker, the 1997 Constitution, Section 28, Rights of Women. Yes, I'm talking about the gender aspect that he's saying that is not in our laws.
No. Honorable. He's not saying that. He said it's not in our standing orders.
But it's in the Constitution.
No, we're not talking about the Constitution,
Honorable Speaker,
Honorable, let me be clear. Let me be clear.
I want to correct him.
No. Let me be clear. What he said is that person is not in our standing orders.
Exactly.
He never said it's not in the Constitution or other statutes. That's what he said. Yeah, but no, I'm looking at it from your point of order.
Honorable, I'm not making a statement, Honorable Speaker. I want to remind all of us that this Parliament, we use the Constitution and the standing order.
Yeah.
If the standing order doesn't have it, but the Constitution has it.
No.
Women should be treated with dignity and honor. And in all the political or social things that we do, women need to be informed.
Honorable.
I rest my case.
Oh yes, Honorable. Even there is as much as is possible. You have to that you don't have women in. So what the honorable member said is is not in the standing order. That's what he said. He did not say in other status. Can you continue, the honorable member? Yeah, you want to?
Yes, he gave me to observe it.
You
He said I can observe it.
He's observing.
You are okay.
Yes, putting the record, parties we are given the due diligence to select. We are not depriving any political party to select a female. So let us not paddling that, we are not gender. And take one from each of the party you belong to, take that person and replace it with a lady, and we move on.
If you are exceptional in many domains and you know what you are doing, but your behavior does not match those things. Please, Honorable Member for Jara Central, can you continue?
Yeah, thank you very much once again, Honorable Speaker. The member for Sandu made it very clear here, and also the member for Lower Fuladu, Upper Fuladu. Yes, Upper Fuladu. That in the Jammeh Commission, from the period of 2017 to 2019, was all headed and spearheaded by the UDP. By the UDP. So if members... No, Honorable. I'm just about to finish my deliberation. Honorable Speaker, in furtherance to my statements, Honorable Speaker, the period of 2017 to 2019, in respect to the Jammeh Commission, was headed, as I said earlier, and the members who spoke before me, headed by the UDP, of course. And in that regard, if members of parliament from that party are laying their objections...
Don't use your left finger to point at us, please.
I'm not pointing.
It's against my culture. Don't do it.
Okay, I'm not pointing. No. I'm not majority leader, minority leader. Thank you, minority leader. Okay, Honorable Speaker, to be more serious, Honorable Speaker, Ablai Sise, or Honorable Member for All Yundum constituency, is more than fit to head this committee. They talk about, some members talk about Honorable Member for Woolly East to chair the committee. They base their reasons, most of their reasons, because he will be more neutral. Probably, maybe he's not somebody who travels more often. But he is also a Pan-African Parliament member. We all know how Pan-African Parliament also travels. We all know that. Very justifiable for Woolly East to chair that committee. Let us not count our chickens before they are being hatched. Let us not assume that these members of this committee, once they are given the task to scrutinize, they will do otherwise. Once we do that, Honorable Speaker, we will not come up with any What I'm trying to advise to all the members of this House is this committee will do the job. And they are able to do the job. And we give them the task. But if we started counting our chickens before they are hatched, now, Honorable and Honorable Member for speak for themselves whether they can be part of this committee or not. No, they are very free. I think the decision that they cannot fit in this position, not from any other member. Once I am selected, it's up to me now to stand and say, I have given up my nomination, let's select somebody and give my... On that note, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member for Jara Central. I now invite the Honorable Nominated Member, Maimouna Sise.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I would also like to join my colleagues to give my blessing to this by accepting the nomination of the various party representatives. Honorable Speaker, from the previous speakers, proposals they bring regards to the international delegates list and those who are proposed are all part of the international delegates. By choosing Honorable Woolley to be the chair, he is also a member of Pan-African Parliament. Likewise, Mbo. They all are in the same Pan-African Parliament. So there is no logic in that one. Honorable Speaker, representative, I want us to at least have a little sense of our own mind to think about our backgrounds, knowing that every member of Parliament came here as a politician by default. We all represent the political parties in this Parliament here. There cannot be any selection that doesn't comprise and with our allies. We all have the same responsibility. Every leadership comes with a challenge, but when the challenge... Honorable Speaker, the list here, I don't see no doubt that these people cannot complete this service. Personally, myself and my colleagues in Abuja, we have to flew from Abuja on our own expense, not from the Parliament, not from the government, but we sacrifice because we know that this bill, believe whoever is selected in this particular motion to be part of this committee, they all know their responsibility, they know they are functional. International delegates, we are at the service of the country. We are not in our own liberty to be in any international delegates. We cannot be here always trying to pinpointing on each and everyone else. Let's leave our political lens out. Let us not disappoint the Gambians. Let us not disappoint the youths and the youngsters who this particular issue we are discussing right now. We should not start their desire for them because we want to put a... Who is about to trust us? If we cannot have a working relationship within ourselves here, we cannot believe in this list over here. Alajimbo is competent. You come to... I cannot see no incompetent member in this list right here. Justice to ourselves and allow this thing to go. We all have a common goal. There is no single point discussing. It's a national concern. We might be a pro-government, but this is our concern because we say, whoever thinks that we we are going to be aligned with anybody who is inflicted in this. We all heard what President Barrow said. He cannot be a father to anybody who is conflicted. And whoever court found the law will deal with you. What else do you expect from the leader or from his party? This is our government, and the government is at stake. We are not giving any chance. We are not giving any room to anybody to jeopardize this investigation. And we want to see that the investigation goes in the right way and giving the deliverance what we are expecting from them. Honorable Speaker, since I have not even born, I think still now the same thing is happening. I raised my concern, probably myself, I excuse because I know not parliamentary business is my engagement. I am an independent woman dealing with my own family services. I don't want to be part of it. But at least the look is not right. You cannot bring us a motion which includes the gender equality in it. At the end of the day, you contradict yourself, you bring the same list again without a single female. That's my only objection to that. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Section, and here people ask, sometimes we are another persons. When you come to the reality, we don't want to deal with it. I know after living here, some people will be here trying to click in everyone to try to associate certain individuals. They are against you or they are in for somebody. I am not in for, but I just want the truth to be prevailed here. Whoever is representing here, we all are responsible people, and I believe whoever mandate falls in any international trip, you will do the justice to this cause to make sure that you are representing the international. You are not there for yourself. You are there for the Gambia. If Gambia service needs you before the international, then you have to service the country before the international. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I beg to submit.
Honorable members, it's already gone 2 o'clock, 1400. I think we will have to suspend for us to go and pray and then have lunch and then come back. I think it is already 14:15, 2:15. By 3 o'clock we should be ready. Am I right? Yes. So I will now suspend the assembly to 1500 hours sharp. Assembly is suspended.